In this video, I'm going to show you how to use projects in ChatGPT to stay organized, have a little bit more structure to your requests from ChatGPT, how to get better results. If this is your first time here, I'm Larry McGuire. I'm a work psychologist. I teach AI to businesses and to educators. Been doing it since 2023. I'm a lecturer in organizational psychology, and I love gadgets and I love technology, and that's why I like playing with this stuff. So this channel, you can learn how to use AI in your work to improve your workflows, become more efficient, productive, effective, and creative in your work. So what I want to show you today is how to use projects inside ChatGPT. So let's do this. Jump over to the screen. This is my ChatGPT account. I'm on the Plus version. You will have some access to this means of engaging with ChatGPT on the free version, but you're going to run out of road fairly quickly because, well, it's free for a reason. If you want to get more out of ChatGPT, get the Plus version, and you know where to sign up. It's down here in your account, down the bottom left-hand corner. So if you want to use projects, click on New Project. In here, it's going to give you some ideas about what you can begin to explore. But I always start with a new one. Pick an icon, select a color, give it a name. So in this case, I'm going to explore the topic of AI and the future of work. So let's call it that, AI and the future of work. And I'm a HR manager. That's the role. That's the role I'm assuming for this task. And I work for a finance outfit, and I want to know how AI and what research says about AI and how it will affect the future of work, in particular the finance game. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm producing a report. I've got a meeting in a couple of weeks' time, and I need to produce some solid evidence for findings around the impact of artificial intelligence in the workplace as it refers to the finance industry. So this is the name I've given this project, little file icon, great. As it notes here, projects keep chats, files, and custom instructions in one place. Use them for ongoing work or just keep things tidy. Keeping things tidy to a certain degree. I'd love a little bit more scope to organize folders and projects and stuff inside ChatGPT, like using tags and other means of categorizing your searches, because even with the regular chats, stuff is just like dumped in there in the left-hand column, and it's very difficult to find stuff later. So ChatGPT could do themselves a favor, OpenAI, by providing us with a little bit more structure with files and folders and chats and stuff inside its user interface here. Anyway, we'll just power on regardless for the purpose of this little demo. So let's create the project. And here we go. So the first thing I want to do is add files, and I'm going to do that now. Let's see, let's do this first. So click on add files. You can drop files in here. So let's go to my, if you're on a Mac, it's Finder. If you're on Windows PC, it's File Explorer. Drop your files in. I'm just using 5 for this particular purpose. These files, if you join me over on School, in fact, there's a link below this video. You can get these files and others on the future of work. I spend my time gathering a lot of these papers. They're all free access, open access papers, and you can grab them without having to do the searching for yourself. Brynjolfsson and McAfee a few years ago wrote or asked the question, will humans go the way of horses? Interesting question. It's a good paper, actually, even if you just want to read it yourself for the sake of it. This paper by Daniel Susskind, Work and Meaning in the Age of AI, Economics of ChatGPT, a Labour Market Review, etc., etc. Right, so I have a bunch of these papers. So they're the files I want. They're uploaded already. Thanks very much. I've got five files here. So in here now, I can give ChatGPT some particular instructions around my query or the info that I want related to these papers. It will also take into account the custom instructions you've given it. If you check out the video also here on the channel on that topic, set custom instructions for ChatGPT and for Claude, you can see how that's done. So in here, you can click on the plus button, add more files and so forth to this particular chat. You can go deep research if you want. More on that in another video. You can create an image, go agent mode. Again, more on that in another video. Agent mode allows you to allow ChatGPT to do lots more for you. We can take a look at that later. Study and learn helps you research and so forth. Might be suitable for this discussion or chat if you wish to use it. You've also got web search and Canvas. I don't want ChatGPT to use web search for this particular project, but I do want it to use Canvas, right? And I'll show you what Canvas looks like now in a moment. So I have the prompt prepared already. If you've watched this stuff before, you've taken a class or a lesson with me, you'll know that I teach the GCSE framework. So this prompt is built with that GCSE framework in mind. So GCSE stands for goal, context, sources, and expectations. And I'll read this verbatim. So the goal in this case helps to be succinct and to the point when you're talking about your goal. Be deliberate, be pointed, so ChatGPT understands your intention. I need a report on the impact of AI on the future of work. Two of those there. Specific to my industry. Okay, so now we want to give more context. I'm a senior HR manager at the global finance organization based in Ireland. I manage a team of 100 people, blah, blah, blah. I'm responsible for this. I do that. This is why I want this report, etc. All right. So this requires some thought on your part when you're constructing the prompt. The more detail and structure you give the AI, the more inclined it's going to give you what you're looking for. Sources. Only use the sources I provide you. You may refer to references in the attached papers and resources in order to provide context and further reading and research, right? You can elaborate on that a little bit further if you want, or you can add web search where ChatGPT will go searching the web. I don't want it to do that for now. I want to narrow its focus. Expectations. I need 1,000 words in prose format, supported with bullet points to summarize main findings, include text references, in-text references, and a reference section, not part of the 1,000 words, in APA style. Use headings, subheadings to help it structure. So I generally use expectations to outline the format that I need the response. So that's my prompt. I'm happy enough with it for this demo. I've selected Canvas, so let's hit enter and let's see what ChatGPT can produce. So search and project files. It does this really fast. I mean, it's incredible how quickly these tools can actually function, assuming they get it right, assuming they're accurate. Now, in recent times, I've moved more towards a favored Claude for these type of tasks over ChatGPT. I haven't really worked in depth with ChatGPT in the last 6 months. I like Claude better for these kinds of tasks because ChatGPT would invent references and facts, just create them out of blue, even though I had asked it not to. So be careful. You're responsible for the work that you create. Doesn't matter whether you're using AI or not. If you're using it as a research assistant, which I do quite a bit, you have to check the references and the facts that it presents. If you don't do that, your job is on the line. And that's the truth. Okay, so here's part of the response. It's producing it away here. Okay, that's it. Brilliant. So the top right hand corner, see up here? Open in Canvas. All right. So here's the output. Great. Down the center of the main bulk of the page. You can continue engaging with ChatGPT here on the left. So read through the report. Maybe this isn't sufficient. For me, that's not sufficient. I want more in-depth introduction to each of these sections. One sentence or half a sentence is not enough. So let's just do that. Okay, I need more detail. The intro paragraph for each section. Let's see what it does. So it's asking me here, would you like me to update the original report? Yes, I would update the original report. So it will update this output here in the main screen rather than recreating a whole string of text that you have to follow. So you can see it's doing it in live real time here. That's what you want. And with the ordinary chats within ChatGPT, you could end up with a string of content with a whole ream of stuff that you have to scroll back through to find where answers were, responses were, and that's a bit irritating. So I wanted to edit the output. So that's something I can begin with. I'm happy with this output. I can maybe export this here to share it online, or I can download it. Whatever, download here, click on that. Microsoft Word, PDF, Markdown. If you download in Markdown or output in Markdown, you can copy it into a Word document or whatever and edit it yourself from there. So that's your starting point. That's your draft. And that's how you do it. It's quite simple. Working with projects inside ChatGPT is perhaps a more efficient way to work with the application. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do it with Claude. And I like Claude because it's got broader features, a little bit more accurate, I found. And you should try it if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. The link below this video will take you to school.com and Gen AI Skills Academy, where I teach a lot more of this stuff and engage with people like you who want to find out more about AI for work. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.